old man was waiting for the train. Suddenly a man fell and rolled onto the tracks, but others only pulled out phones to record. The train sped up to them. At that time the old man jumped off the platform and struggled to pull the man up. When the man was pulled safely onto the platform, the old man walked to the center of the tracks. People shouted at him. He ignored them, but when he saw a little boy watching him, he quickly returned to the platform. It turned out the old man's wife had just died of cancer. He had lost the will to live, so he wanted to go to heaven to be with her, but he failed this time because he didn't want to traumatize the boy. The next day he decided to reach heaven in another way. He put on a tie and wore his wife's favorite suit. Then he tied a rope around his neck, closed his eyes and prepared to meet God. But at that moment his neighbor couldn't park their car. The old man angrily untied the rope. He ran out to stop the car and helped them park it. The neighbors thanked him, but he ignored them. He went back inside, tied the rope around his neck again. But then two little girls came to the window. He had no choice but to untie the rope again, to avoid being disturbed again. He closed the curtains. Then he stood on the stool. But just then the doorbell rang. The old man couldn't take it anymore. He furiously untied the rope, but when he opened the door, he saw it was the neighbor's little girl. It turned out the neighbor wanted to thank him for the parking help, so they brought him some food and borrowed his ladder. The next day he made his fifth attempt. He went to the garage, connected a hose to the exhaust pipe, ran the other end into the car, then taped the windows shut, sat in the driver's seat waiting to die. But when the car filled with fumes, he was disturbed again by someone knocking outside. He angrily opened the garage door. It turned out his neighbors were asking him to take them to the hospital. At the hospital, the neighbor asked him to watch the two kids for a while. Reluctantly, he played the role of a temporary babysitter, imitating the sound of a bear and telling them stories, making the two girls laugh joyfully. Before they left to express their thanks, the two girls hugged him. The old man and the girls become good friends. The next day the neighbor showed the old man the children's paintings. Only the old man was colorful in it. Everyone's concern warmed the man. From then on the old man decided to work hard for his life. This story tells us not to give up your life so easily, because there are many people in the world who love you.